Hello, everyone. This is your instructor. I wanted to give you some information on the Chapter 11 Supplementary Activity 2. So what you're going to do is open up Microsoft Access, and then you're going to click on Blank Database. And then after that, you'll give it a name, and the name that you want to give it is Chapter 11 Database Auto Form underscore first and last name. I'm going to put a 2 at the end of this since I've already completed this assignment. And then you click Create. And then you'll have the database. Now remember, the database, picture your database is like a basket. And inside your basket, you have different objects. And there's basically 4 different types of objects that you can work with in beginning Microsoft Access. And that's a table, a query, a form, and a report. So when you first open a blank database, it'll have an automatic table and it'll have the name Table 1. This isn't the name that it should be, but it's Table 1. You'll be wanting to change the name to whatever you want to call your table. So we're going to start with this table, and the table is the main type of object in Microsoft Access. So I'm going to click on the File tab, and I'm going to click on the Save button right here, and that's going to save the table. See how it's not giving me a chance to save the whole database, but it's giving me the opportunity to save the table and give it a name. And I'm going to call this table Customers, and I'm going to click OK. Next thing you want to do is you want to create your field names, like name, address, city, state, zip code. Well, the first field is an ID field, but we want to change that because for this particular assignment, they want account number to be the name. So I'm going to click down over here. Actually, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to rename fields. I have to right click where it says ID, and I'm going to go to rename field, and I'm going to rename it account number. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. After that, I'll hit enter and then click to add for the next field. The first database or the first field type is auto number. So every time I create a record, the record is going to have a brand new number. But I'm still creating the structure of the table. So it says click to add. So I did that. So I'm going to click short text. Everything's going to be short text. And field 1 is going to be called date. And then I'm going to hit enter. It's going to give me a funny message because it's what they call a reserved word, but I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. Then click to add is already selected again. I want short text. This next field is going to be last name. And don't put any spaces in between your field names. Then click to add again, short text, first name. Click to add again, short text, and that will be middle. Click to add again, short text, and that will be address. Click to add again, short text, and it will be city. Click to add again, short text, and that'll be state. Click to add again, short text, and that'll be zip. Do that one in uppercase. And then the next one is short text, and it's phone. Even though phone uses numbers, it's still considered a text field. Click to add again, and that will be email, short text, same data type. And then the last one, click to add, short text, and it's the word approved. And I'm going to hit the enter key there. Once I'm done, then I can go ahead and create my first record. These are the fields, so I can enter the records. So I'm going to use the current date. So that is 05/27/2025. And the last name, first last name is Markovitz. And then it's Lynn. Middle initial is S. Address. She lives in Rogers. And that's in Arkansas. Zip. Phone number. Just use hyphens. And then the email is it's not a real email. If I want to see it better, I can put the mouse pointer in between the column headings, and I have a two-headed arrow, and I can double click and it'll auto fit the column on the left to accommodate the longest entry. That way I can see everything. Let's do the same with this one. No, that didn't work. It didn't matter. That one is long enough. Okay, so approved. We're going to actually leave that field blank. So I'm just hitting the tab key on the keyboard to go to the next field to fill it out. And I'm going to hit the tab key again, and it's going to take me where I can start filling out the next record. And notice it doesn't say new anymore here. It has a number 1. So this particular for Lynn Markovitz, that's record number 1, account number 1. So that's the customer table. So there are actually 6 records that you're going to be entering. I'm just entering the first one for demonstration purposes. So then the next thing that you're going to do is you want to create a form based on this table. All right, you can see that all access objects will be showing here. There's only a customer table. That's the only type of object in this database. But I'm going to click create, and I'm just going to click form, and it's going to create a form based on the customer table. So notice how that record exists there. And if there were any other records, they would exist in this form as well. Now, the purpose of a form is so that you can view one record at a time. It's kind of better than looking at a table. So that way you can really see the details of your customers. So what I'm going to do is I need to name this form now. I got customers as the table. I'm going to call this customers form. So I'm just going to hit save again up here, not to save the whole database, but to save this particular object because it's not named yet. And I'm going to call it customers. I'm going to click after customers so I can keep that there and just type form and hit OK. And then in your navigation over here, you'll see the customers table and the customers form. So in order to get full credit on this, on the customers table, I'm going to go back to the table, clicking on that. You'll have to have all 5 records showing. And then if you go to the form, I'll have to see all 5 records on the form. And basically the way I would get to the next record is by clicking the arrows here. This is how you navigate from one record to another within a form. Whereas in a table, you can just click on the particular records because they'll all be in a row. So that's actually all I have for you. I just wanted to give you instructions on how to complete this Chapter 11 supplementary activity 2. Have a great week, everyone.